Watch me, I be on my mission. Catch me, candid for these lenses. Catch me, one day whipping in these Benzes. Catch me, catch me, catch me. Catch me, like we playing on. Roll one, and you gon' sing along. Ay, sip some, and you gon' get your dance on. Catch me, catch me, catch me, drowning in ambition.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Couch Creatives. I'm your host, Kalum Jesse Hendricks, and I have a host today. I have a guest today, not a host today. Sorry, it's a Friday. You know how it is. You know, your brain just goes to the weekend mode, and if you get the wrong words. So, with that being said, I have a new guest, Glenda from the Thrift Angel 444. Thrift Angel 444. Why that name though? That's interesting. Glenda, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Thrift Angel 444. Thrift because you know once you get to the page, you know what you're getting. You're getting thrifted goods, vintage goods, and the Angel 444. I'm looking to venture out further on my journey to upcycling clothes, so that last segment of the name will help me transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very spiritual. So wait, you know, when I'm thinking of 4 4s now, I'm also thinking of 3 6s. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that have the same meaning to it. Oh no, I don't know why I'm thinking about demonic stuff here, you know, but I'm sure you're not involved in that stuff because it's Thrift Angel though. So
Thrift Angel, yes.
It's not a fallen angel.
No.
Alright. Tell me, Glenda, who are you? You know, when did your passion for thrifting come along? You know.
So currently I'm a student now. So on my campus there is people that do thrifted clothing, and I've been into thrifting for quite a while. So I wanted to bridge the gap because there's a lot of thrift stores that are quite expensive. So I want to be that middleman and make everything more accessible to everyone else. And that's why I chose to get into thrifting.
So you mentioned earlier on that you're a student as well.
Yeah.
How do you find the balance of handling your business and being a certain time a student, you know, because it's like student life, you have to focus on your studies, and now also, you know, having your own entrepreneurial business, you need to also like focus on your customers as well. You know, and it can be very demanding both ends. So how do you find the time to like balance yourself out?
Honestly, before starting my business, my time management was not that good. But when starting my business, it forced me to actually work on my time management and set my priorities and stick to that, because the business is a demanding job, 24/7, dealing with customers, and so is my studies. But my love for them both helps me manage that.
Wait, you just have 4 more answers to every question I had. I was like, okay, it's like straight to the point. Done. Okay, next question. Okay, it's like, well, I love the how quick you are and this precise when it comes to answering your questions. But I want to let the audience also watching now, like the inside of you. You know, who are you inside? You know, I know you prepared yourself in terms of answering the questions, you know, formally as you can. But you know, this little, I like how you posture yourself. Come on, let loose, guys. Come on, I feel like you let loose. You know, you want to see.
Basically, the thrift store, I also love just having my own individual style. Maybe this day you want to channel this energy, maybe change it up and do something else. And with fashion, I feel like it's another form of language. If I'm wearing a certain look, I'm attracting the people that I want to attract. So going into thrifting, it allows you to be this individual that stands out from the crowd. So that's a really good thing, because everyone wants to have their own looks these days. Everyone uses fashion as a way of communication. And with thrifting, you are looking for that one piece that makes you stand out from the crowd. And that's what I love about thrifting, because you can create your own style. You have no borders. You can just be free, and it gives you an opportunity to also create that style. Because if you buy clothes in stores, they already plan out what you need to wear with this outfit. So being in there really gives you an opportunity to look and find what you actually like. And it's also good because nowadays, you know, there's a lot of fast fashion happening, and with thrifting, it's really a good way to minimize that, because you know it is really harming our planet. So with thrifting, you can look good and also keep the planet safe.
Okay. So I see your passion for thrifting, the way you speak, you know, and you're a BA student, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. How does that being a BA student also correlates to what you're doing in your passion in thrifting? Do you like, with thrifting, you got to do a lot of styling, right? Finding the right fit. Now, as a BA student, how does a BA student also like, you know, use the skills that you learned as a student apply to your thrifting and stuff? Do you feel like you're wasting your time being a student where you can just go full on pursuing your passion in thrifting, you know, owning your own store and whatnot?
I feel like a lot of people these days are venturing more into entrepreneurial styles, but I feel like education is a good point, because not only are you learning education, but like when you go to campus and stuff, you're meeting new people, just going to a lot of social events. So with the BA that I'm doing, we learn a lot about people's communication, your habits and things like that. And with fashion, you can actually tell a lot from a person by what they're wearing and what they choose to display with their outfits. If I'm maybe not having the best day, I'm not going to look the best. And if I am, I'm going to look put together and everything like that. So yeah, it really goes hand in hand.
And where's your store located? Or is it an online store? Or do you
it's
have
an online store currently.
Okay.
I'm looking maybe in the future when I move on to upcycling clothes to open my own store one day.
Okay. Have you ever thought of like opening like a pop-up store at the cafeteria of UW's?
I actually have, but I'm not too sure how that process is, but we are going back to campus next semester, so I want to look into that as well.
That'd be cool, because I mean, it's a lot of individuals, because you're talking about it is young individuals, right?
Yes, that's
so I feel like there's a lot of people in the cafeteria that will be eager to like check up your clothing.
Definitely, I really want to do that.
Because everything is here in OBS.
Yeah.
And it's so far, and there's not a lot of stores in the northern suburbs, you know, so you give them a chance to like, for the northern students to just like shop in the area instead of going far out.
True.
So there's like opportunity for you as well, especially for students that doesn't want to get outside the campus, or they live there, they want to have a quick like wardrobe change. I don't know if you will, but you said you will consider that going forward.
I would actually, I would,
So that's cool. So when it comes to thrifting now, what's the process? Like, how do you get your clothing? Do you like people order from through your social media handle?
Yes, they order through me, through my social media.
They DM you?
Yes.
And then you need to go find some stock for what they're looking for?
No, I sometimes do that, but mainly I source the clothes. So with my target audience, there has been a lot of trial and error in the beginning, trying to find out what people like, what should I get. But now that I know my target audience, I go out and get pieces that I know they would like, and they would message me and be like, I want to purchase that, I want to purchase this, or they would ask me, do you have anything similar to this? Then I would know I need to go out and get more of that. So it's a lot of inventory and a lot of admin that I do just to check out like what I should get.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it all works out of it.
So you do this all by yourself?
Yes.
No one helping you out?
No, just by myself.
So much stress. How do you do it?
It's fun for me, honestly.
It's fun though.
It is.
Don't you stress out when you're like trying to figure out what's going to be what's the trendiest thing out there that people
would like? It
buy?
was stressful in the beginning, but I found that if I just trust myself and my instincts, I always get the best result. And also when I'm thrifting, I'm not only thrifting for my customers, I'm also thrifting for myself.
Okay.
So yeah,
so you buy for yourself, and then when you don't like it anymore, you give it away, you sell it.
Sometimes, but not really. Most of the time I'm actually thrifting for the customers specifically. Yeah.
Do you like do research in terms of what is trending at the moment?
Yes.
So what is trending?
At the moment, puffer jackets, baggy pants, the baseball tops, baggy tops, graphic tees, especially the cottage wear, you know, the loose skirts, knitwear, things like that.
And then you mentioned there are no refunds. Why that? So did something happen in the past for that?
No, it just makes it convenient for both of us, because there's going to be a lot of, you know, being a small business, some people like to take advantage of that fact. So if I just make my rules straight and plain out from the beginning, there can be order, because then I would have to go back and forth the whole time. So it just complicates things on my side and on the customer side as well.
Wow, Mr. Dlamini, sorry.
Yes, Dlamini.
Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Dlamini. Glenda Dlamini, guys, doing the most out here. So Miss Dlamini, tell me now, going forward, where do you see your business in the next 5 years? Like, where do you want to be?
In the next 5 years, I should have a store. I should.
Are you going to be here in lower ops, because that's where all the vintage?
Yes, definitely.
Why you want to make it so far for people to come? Like we really spoke earlier on about guys in the northern suburbs. Like,
people always travel for what they want, and if they really want to come through, they would.
You know,
if you have that quality and you have that, people will always come back to you.
But don't you want to establish business there? Is that your target audience not there or something?
The thing is, when people think about thrifting, especially in Cape Town, you would immediately think Woodstock, Orbs, more CBD side. And no one really wants to travel far out into the northern suburbs as well. And if everything is central in the central place, I don't want to be the one store where you have to travel out and you're like, no, it's fine, there's other thrift stores there, let me go there. So if I'm there already in the center.
So then okay, but don't you want to stand out to be like the exclusive only one in the north, you know? Like one of the best.
Standing out.
Of course, Ms. Dlamini, doing the most in the north, but online as well. But so when people order online, how do they get their products?
I ship it off to them. If they live in the northern suburbs, I can arrange for me to personally drop it off for them. either they choose options like you go pick it up at Pep or Arimax, Postnet, things like that, or they can pick it up, of course.
Wow, your room must be a mess.
It is.
Because I can imagine like you're working at home. You imagine all the clothing that's like just laying there.
Out of hand.
Crazy. So how do you manage inventory there? Like how do you keep making sure that nothing gets missing in the ground?
I have a separate book for that. I tally everything down. I make sure from the jump, for every stock drop, I make a count what I have, what I don't have anymore.
Okay.
So then I put them into separate compartments. It makes my life easier.
Are you sure you're studying the right field? You know, you should go into business. Go into bachelor EMS department.
Maybe I should, eh?
Yeah, BA. You know,
I'll think about it.
You never know. I feel like I can learn from you more than I learned in class.
You never know.
Like you're learning on the job. Right?
I am actually, and you know, I was never a fan of business.
Wow.
Especially in school, like I just didn't like it.
But now that you're actually doing it, it's crazy that
I feel like I just like the practical side of it better.
You don't like the theory part where you have to learn things.
No,
you learn more from the in-field experience, you know.
Exactly, and I like communicating with people, meeting new people, so that really helps.
I guess that's where psychology comes in. Trying to like be a good salesperson, manipulate them, you know, trying to figure out what they like, and you know, I see how you guys work. You know, this thing you go into for one purpose, and you like tell them maybe you should go with this outfit as well. It compliments you, take advantage of it. You see them looking at something else.
What advantage? I want what's best for you.
Oh, is it how what you say it in a polite way? But it's so cool, Glenda. Like now going forward, Glenda, if you think about it or so, having all that stock in your household, don't your parents like think like, yo, what's happening here?
But I'm thinking as well too, like, all the stock that gets left over, at the end of each month I would either sell it at a discount price, or the stuff that gets left over from previous long, I donate it to charities as well. I go to the orphanages and drop the clothes off there as well.
Wow, look at you.
And I'm looking for, when I'm more established, maybe 10 or 20% of my profits to go to charities as well.
Okay.
When I'm more established.
Are you using your Nesfas now? I need to buy all the thrifting.
Don't tell them.
You exposed. You're buying clothing. You gotta do it. I mean, if you bought all your textbooks, why not use the leftover to buy, you know, some to sponsor your business, you know?
Exactly.
That's good. And so Glenda, wouldn't you like want to get in partnership with anyone else to just like ease the workload on yourself, you know, so you can focus more on your studies?
I would, but at the same time, I wouldn't know that person's work ethic. I like to work efficiently. So if a customer comes to me, we talk, we sort things out in that moment. And I just like to get things done, and working with someone that's gonna make me backpedal, it's not gonna be the best. So I feel like if I can do everything myself, it'll be better. It'll be better even to get someone I can delegate work to rather than work with.
Oh, okay, okay. And you're in the process to delegate work yet, or are you still finding the right person?
No, at this moment I am fine on my own. Because
I mean, if your business do grow now, it's gonna be difficult for you to manage. And if you have your own stores, you'll be like, oh,
it actually will. Yes.
Because I mean, being a boss, you need to have like minions to do to do certain to do certain heavy workloads, you know, for you to like focus on important things, you know, to focus on things like how do I expand myself even further, and having people that you delegate to do those small little things, you know, like
I'm actually excited for that type of stress.
That stress. I feel like you can handle stress quite well since you're both doing exams, you know, one side, and then
I feel like it's a good motivator to a certain point.
So do you feel like having your own business also motivates you in your studies as well? Definitely.
Because I mean, it's hard to manage the business, you know what I mean? So I want better for myself. So
when we bumped each other at the pop-up culture, right? Like, tell me that process, you know, what was your reasonings there, you know, what were your purpose being at that event?
It was my first pop-up actually, so I wanted to compare the sales from in-person sales to online to see which is a better route for me, and it was pretty successful, and I would be going to the next one as well. Okay, so tell me, like, what have you learned from there, like in terms of the online and physical appearance? I've actually learned exactly directly what customers want, because it's difficult over the phone. We don't have that intimate connection, but with the customer in front of me, we can be able to talk, and I can see what they actually want. I can see what they're choosing from my clothes, note that down, and be like, okay, people like this, they like that, and just better ways to also better my business.
Okay, Glenda, let's pick your mind a bit. I want to know, what is the process running a thrift store? What is your daily routine look like? You wake up in the morning, do you like social media scrolling to see what's trending, and then you go to a shop and buy those things, or like how does the process work, especially for those who want to get into like doing what you're doing,
Yeah, so I have probably from Monday to Wednesday, that's my time I set to do all my thrifting business, all of that. So once a week I try and go out, look for new pieces. I go on social media, see what people are posting, what they like, all that stuff. I go on Pinterest, see what's trending over there, and I go into the stores, I go look for the pieces and everything and also especially online, other thrift stores that sell in bulk, so that's also good. Then I go through and I do that as well.
Do you also come here to Obs to buy clothing as well?
Yeah, I do.
Do you buy one piece at a time?
No,
or do you buy like loads?
No, I set out of time, make my budget, and then I buy in bulk.
So like how much you spend on like inventory or like stock a month, if I can ask that question, or is that like
you can
too private for you?
Between 600 rand to 1,000 rand, because different shops vary.
For how many items?
Oh, that will vary. Maybe 30
items, 30 pieces.
There are some really cheap places.
No ways. And
you just have to look for them. It's very hard, but you need to look for them.
And then you spend 1,000 rand.
Yeah, for the most.
For the most, and you get 30 pieces, and then for each pieces you charge customers how much?
That will also vary on the item, how it looks, all of that.
But more or less,
my prices start from 50 rand.
50 rand?
50.
Are you making profit?
I am actually, because the whole point of thrifting is supposed to be affordable clothing.
Let's say you got like Air Jordan Nikes. Are you going to sell that for 50 rand?
No.
Vintage?
No. Let's be real now. No.
Yeah, exactly.
For 50 rand.
Or like, Gucci jackets.
Nah, not 50 rand.
How much would you sell that for?
Maybe like 200 rand.
200 rand? Crazy, man.
Nah, but vintage. You need to remember, just because it's vintage doesn't mean it needs a hefty price tag as well.
Or even what if it still looks in good condition?
We'll have to see about that. Check my page.
Okay, why am I complaining? It's good for me though. I can I can buy from you and then sell it for a higher price again. So what's next, Glenda? You're in your third year, right?
Yeah.
So what's next? What's happening after you graduate? Are you gonna go and get a job, or are you gonna go
continue studying?
Continue studying. And then you're going to continue doing your thrifting?
Yes, definitely.
So how are you going to use your degree then? Like, are you going to plan on doing psychology as a full-time?
I actually plan on doing that, yes.
And then have the side hustle?
Yes.
Okay.
Both at the same time.
So it is possible for those young...
It's definitely possible.
Talent out there is looking like, I need to know if it's can. So what is the driving force for yourself, Like a lot of people also want to go into it. It's not generally thrifting, but owning their own business, but they're also studying as being a student. What advice would you give those individuals, like how do you get that ethic, that work ethic, that hard working ethic, how do you get that drive? What is your drive? What is your...
Honestly, just put yourself out there, because you can't wait for a right time. Just put yourself in the deep end. You will figure things out from there. Motivation will push you. Studying, going out and seeing real life as well, just seeing how different people live, seeing what you want for yourself, that will definitely give you enough motivation, especially if you don't hold yourself back. Definitely just get in there.
That's beautiful. Well said. Alright guys, Glenda, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're so formal, I feel like you were a bit too formal for me today. But like
really?
you were very tense. Are you shy?
I'm not.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I should be asking you that.
I feel like, is that how you talk to your friends? I know you don't know each other, but I mean, like, do you talk like this, like, to a new person every week?
No.
Like, so.
Do I look shy?
No, you don't look shy. You look formal. And don't get me wrong, it's cool. You're the boss of a cool shopping thrift store. So you don't want your customers or your potential customers to see like, this girl is too playful.
Exactly.
You don't want to be wasting money on her. Yes. Okay, fine. I'll end the show. I wanted to ask you some questions, but unfortunately not. Next time. So, do I get a free sample? I'm joking.
I can give you discount though.
Discount? How much? 50%?
Let's not push it.
You didn't say 50 rand.
We'll talk about that.
Come on, the 50 rand Air Jordans.
Air Jordans.
Yeah, come on. No, I'm kidding. Well, Glenda, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thrift Angel 444. That's a mouthful.
It is.
444.
But you already remembered it.
44. You should get like a tattoo of thrift. I don't know why I was thinking about it. But thank you so much, Glenda. I really appreciate you taking the time to
catch me. I be on my mission. Catch me. Candid for these lenses. Catch me one day whipping in his Benzes. Catch me. Catch me. Like we playing on. Roll one, and you gon' sing along. Hey, sip some, and you gon' get your dance on. Catch me.